Hello, everyone, and welcome to the All Night Gamers podcast. We're so happy to have you here for another week of Cringe News Talk. Yay! Cringe News Talk, clap,
Woohoo.
yeah. Um, we've got actually some pretty exciting stuff to talk about this week. A lot of stuff happened late last week, right after the podcast came out, per the usual. So we have a lot of good stuff to talk about today. So thank you for listening. I hope you're doing well. Um, Everyone, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Howdy.
hello, hi, yes. So we've got Mario pins and Mario Switch and a lot of Mario stuff. Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. We got a bunch of new stuff on that. Some Resident Evil stuff, some new Pokemon stuff. We'll have a pretty heated collector's corner debate this week to spice things up. A bunch of tidbits and finishing off with some Pokemon rumors for the 25th anniversary. So let's get right into it, starting with the Super Mario 35 anniversary pins. The second set is now been unveiled. If you know anything about the pins, you know they already came out with the first set late last year, kind of coinciding with Super Mario 3D All Stars, and now the second set is coming out and is coinciding with Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So
Actually, think you said that this was going to happen.
Me?
Yeah, I think one of us said it.
I mean, well, I'll take the credit. But so currently you have to complete 15 of the 22 currently available missions to be eligible for those pins, and that includes buying the game, just like with the first set you had to buy 3D All Stars. But I hope you did some of the game events, because if you didn't do some of the game events, then there won't be enough missions for you to currently complete. And I feel you, because I'm currently one of those people. I am stuck at 14 maximum missions that I can complete right now, including buying the game. They've added a couple more, so I was able to go from 12 to 14, but I'm still sitting at one more. So let's hope that they add some more missions before the game comes out.
It really is a nice set, but I hope I get it. Like, if I'm not working in a month, I want to just sit and watch them go live.
Yeah, I am really, really hoping that I'm able to get these pins, because I don't want to be shafted because I didn't play Tetris 99 or whatever. Or I didn't go eat some cold stored creamery Mario ice cream. Like, help me out here. That was one of the challenges. Nintendo did a thing with Cold Stone where you could buy Mario ice cream and get a code to enter.
What was
Dude,
the
there's not even
flavor?
they had a couple different things you could buy, but yeah, I don't even think there's a Cold Stone here, so I didn't even bother with that one.
There used to be one where I lived before college, but it closed, and now it is a vape shop.
There is a Cold Stone where y'all are, Cameron. It is down the street a bit from the movie theater, I remember correctly. If that one didn't close down. By that music shop. It's over there.
Maybe.
That's last time I mean, I might be closed
It
now.
might be there.
That's not a Cold Stone. That's
That's Brewster's.
It's a vape shop too now.
No, Cold Stone.
no, it's
Everything's a vape shop now.
it's a
It's a Brewster's.
starts with a B.
It's a Brewster's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all did have a Cold Stone somewhere, I swear. It might have
Maybe.
been. Oh no, that was down on Tumors, and I think it closed. Anyway, so yeah, there are like a lot of weird missions, like participate in a Smash tournament or
Sign up for the Smash tournament.
participate in a Tetris Cup, do a Ninja Speed Run challenge on Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
There's a lot that are still available right now.
But not enough to get it if you missed it.
Yeah, so if you are lacking
That's
in the
the important
missions, you better hope
factor.
that Nintendo adds more missions, like I'm currently hoping. We're currently just under a month away from the launch of the game. And basically when that game comes out is when the pins will be available, sometime around there. So
What's the total amount of missions you can currently do?
I have 12 currently done. I will be at 14 after the Splatoon 2-1 registers and the 3D World game comes out and I can register that. But there's like Now that the Splatoon Splatfest is over, there's like 7 or 8 that you can't do out of those 22, which
You can do 13 currently,
great,
I think, if I counted right.
which
I
is
also
still
don't
not
know
enough.
Mario 35 lets you still do it or not, so it's not enough.
Yeah.
Like, and
Um,
one of those, if you have not started and want this, it's $120 if they don't put any more, or if they don't put any other like game ones, because you have to currently do, or you have to put in the code for
3D All Stars.
3D All Stars. Yes.
So yeah, let's hope they add some more missions because I really want those pins. This set of pins includes the 3D Mario games plus a Super Mario Bros. 35th general pin, like the icon they've been using everywhere for the advertisement. So
Sick.
Mario 64 was in the first pin set, wasn't it?
I want to
Yes,
say yes.
yes.
It was like the
So-
last pen.
So it's Sunshine, Galaxy, Odyssey, and Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario Brothers U, and then the 35th anniversary pin.
Apparently, Japan had an even split between the number of pins because they got a Mario 2 pin.
Did we not get a Mario 2 pin?
There's a specific so people talk.
Weird. Well, continuing with the Mario stuff, a Mario-themed Nintendo Switch has been announced. It is just a
very
Nintendo,
red.
Yeah, if you like red, and man,
Only red.
yeah,
This is the Switch for you, except for that little black stand that they for some reason didn't color.
That's
yeah.
what I was expecting the Odyssey Switch to look like when it was initially. Like they were like, we're making a special bundle.
Dude, that would
And
have
then
been cool.
it was nothing
So
besides Mario Red Joy-Cons.
you get a solid red Switch dock with a darker red Nintendo Switch logo. You get a Nintendo Switch that is basically outlined in red. You still have the black bezel and everything, and the black Joy-Con rails, and the black stand, like Cameron mentioned. But everything else is basically wrapped the outside in red. You get a Mario themed case that has some Mario stuff on it, and a blue zipper, and a yellow zipper piece. You get 2 red Joy-Con. They're not the Mario red Joy-Con. They're just the neon red Joy-Con with blue Joy-Con straps, and you get a blue Joy-Con grip. So literally, it is just a Nintendo Switch for people who really like red. It comes out on February 2nd. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested in getting a Switch, or if you're just kind of have a problem like the rest of us over here and need your 5th Switch for the collection. That is 10 days before the Mario 3D World game drops.
It would match my 3DS and DS really well.
I'm just sick of all the red, man. You know, I wish red was my favorite color, because like Nintendo stuff is just, there's so much red all the time.
So much red.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm waiting on a Zelda Switch, which is the problem. I was like, I don't need a new Switch, and if I was gonna get one, it would be Zelda.
Yeah. Well, I didn't
So,
need 2 new
maybe
Switches
Breath-
either, and here we are.
I didn't need a new Switch last year, and
I didn't need
so
an Animal
I got
Crossing
one.
Switch. I definitely didn't need a Pokemon Switch Lite, but here we are.
So maybe Breath of the Wild 2 will come out with the Switch.
Maybe that'll be the Switch Pro. It'll all line up for you. The stars will align for you.
No, it won't. It will be a light, and I'll cry.
That would be a shame. That would be a real shame.
What's your collectors for the Switch? Well, we created a light.
Great. That's like
Cool,
buying
I
a collector's
guess.
edition 2DS.
I mean, they exist, and you're like, cool. Who actually wants this?
All my homies want it.
And continuing with the Mario stuff, so Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, the trailer dropped on Nintendo's YouTube channel, plus a further look-in video that's like 7 minutes long. I recommend you watch that one if you haven't seen it already, because it does a better job explaining exactly what the heck Bowser's Fury is. But yeah, it drops on February 12th. um, and they showed off, a little bit of the story, like the reasoning behind it. Even though there really isn't much reasoning because it's a Mario game, you don't really need much reasoning. But Bowser's Fury is a separate edition that you can play from the start of the game. It's not something you have to unlock, which is nice. You can choose to play it right from the start screen. So if you're one of the 5 other people besides us that owned a Wii U, you don't have to play through it all again just to see the new content. Although I probably will be playing it through again.
Don't let me in with that. I did not own a Wii U. That's your burden, not mine.
It's a good.
He sounds so proud of that.
Every day I walk with these shackles.
You gotta walk with them proudly, Grant.
I did. Hey, I bought a Wii U game last year. I brought the one Wii U game that came out last year, and you know what? It's good. I already talked about it.
Let's go.
I put glitter on my shackles, boy. So
Mayo's the only one embarrassed.
To quote the notes
No,
that Cameron gracefully wrote for us here, Big Bowser. Don't know what that is. Basically, big Yoshi,
giant...
but cursed.
No, it's the giant Bowser that's covered in ink or whatever.
He just looks like Color Splash's Black Bowser,
but 3D.
Black Bowser is a cursed term.
That's what they called him.
That's so cursed. Oh, to be a Nintendo fan in 2015. So yeah, Bowser's very big now. He's also black. I still feel very uncomfortable saying that. He's literally black, like he's covered in ink.
He's big and black.
We will assume that's the Fury. You can summon Fury Bowser whenever you want using the Bowser amiibo, and Bowser Jr.'s amiibo makes Bowser Jr. do a slam move. And every amiibo that is currently out has some sort of functionality in the game, regardless.
It's probably life ups.
Yeah, probably 1-ups or like mushrooms or stars or whatever, something simple. But every amiibo does do something. So if you have an amiibo, you should use
something about Mario. Mario.
Yeah,
Mario
should definitely
different.
Wait, no, Mario 3D World came out before.
Mario 3D came out before amiibo were a thing.
Mario 3D World or Mario 3D Game World.
Wii U stamps are back.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
How are you even gonna use them? Because they were from Miiverse.
Sad.
F in the chat.
Okay, so according to Nintendo of America, the Cat Mario amiibo grants the ability to transform into the invincible White Cat Mario, which I think we saw in the trailer.
That's basically the same thing from the new series, where if you die on a level a bunch of times, you'll get that. They'll like give it to you.
Oh, like the Tanuki.
Yeah, like the invincibility Tanuki seeds are the only way you'll die.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the giant cat. Like that's how you were supposed to fight him.
White Cat Mario is like the white Tanuki seed, where you're invincible to all enemies and stuff.
That's cool, I guess, but they punish you for using that. So, thanks.
I'm still jealous that Japan got God Slayer Bowser. Like,
apparently, that's not a thing they got. People were just spreading that around.
Well, it should be called God Slayer Bowser because that's pretty
it's like
sick.
the coolest name.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah, that comes out February 12th. Get in your pre-orders now. If you pre-order at GameStop, you get 2 free posters. I don't know why you would ever pre-order anything from GameStop ever, but
isn't it just one
they have
poster that's reversible?
Grant?
Say that again, Alex.
Isn't it just one poster that's reversible? That's usually what they do.
It said 2 posters specifically. It could be that, but I'm not sure. So if you feel like going through the hell that is pre-ordering from GameStop and you want some posters, be sure to do that. There's no really pre-order bonuses anywhere else.
Unfortunately.
And yeah.
No, Europe has a pretty cool steelbook, and so does Korea, of all places.
Oh yeah, we don't get a steelbook.
We don't get a steelbook. Everyone else gets cool steelbooks.
Dude, I'm still salty about the Link's Awakening steelbook that we never got.
Same.
That was really cool.
Wait, did I?
Do you remember when PlayAsia tried to sell that for like $200?
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, the GBA one, yeah.
No, it was original Game Boy.
That's right. I just pulled it up.
Yeah, I'm really salty about that one.
In stock for $40 on eBay.
Maybe.
$40
Maybe one day.
for a steelbook.
Yep.
I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, for a wish.
If you did, you'd
It's
be
cool,
going
but
toward
not $40 cool.
It'd be going towards the
True.
Nintendo bands. If you did have that money.
True.
So moving on, Resident Evil Village Showcase is happening the day after this podcast goes live on the 21st. We'll be getting new info and all the sort from Capcom on the new Resident Evil Village game coming out. Also, there's beta testers. You can sign up to be a beta tester now. You have to have a Capcom account and go through a bunch of hoops that I don't really care enough to try, but if you're really big into Resident Evil stuff and you want to sign up to or apply to be a beta tester for that game, those applications are open now. They said if you're like a gold member or something, your chances go up. I have no idea what it is to be a Capcom Gold member.
Capcom Gold, Capcom Platinum, like none of that's on the American site, so like you got to make it consistent, Capcom.
It just means you bought Mega Man 9 when it came out.
They will most likely be talking about what was found in the big Capcom leak last year.
That we discussed.
Year, whatever. We discussed it in an earlier podcast. Tell us which one. That there's a online Resident Evil game that's going to be like Battle Royale or something.
That sounds
Yay,
terrible.
Capcom.
Disgusting.
Resident Evil doesn't have the best online, though.
Resident Evil is not synonymous with Battle Royale.
The one they had that was like Dead by Daylight wasn't terrible. It's like, okay.
But 100 people? Or like...
It would be funny.
That just doesn't seem like a Battle Royale thing. I think that Grant's right. Like,
yeah. No.
We'll have to see, but yeah, I don't know.
So that happening the day after this podcast. And like every week, I feel like I'm saying this. We can't tell you about it. But we'll talk about it next week, so be sure to listen to that one for a week-old discussion on the Resident Evil thing.
Look, if we could tell the future, we would.
Now that I'm really getting into Resident Evil again, I'm very excited to see more about it, so I'll definitely be watching that. A new Pokemon...
We'll talk about that lady.
Speaking of new announcements, a new Pokemon Snap trailer. New info is out on that. It drops April 30th. You heard it here, probably not first. There's a trailer. There's a trailer out on YouTube now. You can go watch it. It's new Pokemon Snap. What else can I say? That's finally a thing now. I'm glad it wasn't delayed like super long. I was worried it was gonna be like another year or something.
Yeah, it was still supposed to come out last year, right? But at least it's still like Q1, depending on how you define quarters. If you follow,
it's Q1 of Nintendo's fiscal year, but it's Q2.
Yeah.
But I mean, you really couldn't get much earlier Q2. It's like very early Q2. So that's not bad. It could have been a lot worse. Fun. Plus, if this Diamond and Pearl stuff is happening that we're going to talk about later, that'd be perfect anyway.
The giant Meganium in the trailer is very interesting.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I want to know why.
They don't use Meganium for anything.
Yeah, that's part of it, but also there weren't like weird giant Pokemon in the last one, but that was also like 20 years ago.
I'm just glad it's not splattered with Pikachu everywhere. It's like something different besides Pikachu.
There's a variety of Pokemon.
Yeah, or Eevee.
It's not.
Did you ever think there'd be a variety of Pokemon in a spin-off game? Because I didn't. Look at Pokemon Go, look at Pokemon Masters, look at Pokemon Unite. Those are focused on the big popular ones.
I don't get. I know this is a little off topic, but I don't understand why they chose Eevee as the counterpart one, and that they're going with it. Like, I understand that you can't really match the typing up to make it balance when like the thing you're trying to counterpart is only one type, but if they were just wanting to pander to Gen 1 people, then just make it Charmander.
Well, you can't give one of the Kanto starters preferential treatment, even though they do with Charmander.
And Eevee's had preferential treatment before. That's why they went with Eevee.
Okay,
because Coliseum had Eevee.
look, out of all the
Coliseum
starters,
had evolutions of Eevee.
No, not Coliseum. XD.
Okay, well I didn't play that one.
At XD, you start with Eevee, and
Oh.
can
if
almost
I
instantly
had
evolve out.
to point a finger on it, it'd be like, okay, what's most recognizable? Pikachu, obviously, and then,
Eevee because it can
and
turn
Eevee,
into.
not just because of like all the stuff it can do, but Eevee is also very cute. And what was Let's Go mostly? Cute,
Oh, cute.
right?
Yeah.
It was not a serious Pokemon game. It was a very cute remake. And what is Eevee? Very cute and adorable. So, perfect fit. That's my reconciliation for it. I get that, but this game wasn't made for pleasing Gen 1ers.
True.
So
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, but it was also made for like the casuals of casual Pokemon.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's made
It
for
was
casual
made
people.
to make more Gen 1ers.
and
True.
to
Yes.
get more people into Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
It was designed to get the people from Go onto a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it actually worked or not, but
I mean, Jewel hadn't played Pokemon in forever, but as soon as you heard you could hold a Pokeball in your hand and fake throw it to fake catch a Pokemon, she was all over that stuff. So,
And then they threw it
Also,
out in Shield,
No.
and Sword and
Well,
Shield. You can't.
they threw half of it, but you can still move with the Pokeball. I'm not going to do it though, because
where's my Let's Go Johto?
True.
Not happening ever. Is it Gym 1?
No.
don't.
Well, then there's your answer.
Ouch.
Sad.
Ouch, my heart.
Just port Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I'd be happy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay $60 for that virtual console on the Switch, Grant, and you're gonna be happy about it.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
I'll take
it is still one of the best remakes in gaming, so it's not a bad take.
I still haven't played it.
I'll drink to
That's
that,
an
and I
L.
won't drink to that. Yeah, that's disgraceful. Anyway,
Yeah, I
so
know.
yeah, that trailer's out. Drops on April 30th. Pre-orders are up pretty much everywhere you can pre-order a game. And yeah, check it out if you're interested. Next, so we have this listed as Cameron gets out of 3 more amiibo. And that is because there has been an announcement of a crossover with 7-Eleven of Japan where you can enter a raffle by buying slushies and glizzies or whatever kind of free crap you buy from a 7-Eleven. And one of the prizes you can win is a 3 set of the Monster Hunter Rise amiibo, but gold instead of regular. So I will once again take this opportunity to officially tell Cameron that he will not be a 100% collector, even though that makes the 3rd time today I have said that. I wanted to have it on record. So yeah, Cameron's just in pain, and we would appreciate some
Capcom
F's in the
loves
chat.
their weird trophies.
Yeah.
Just,
So you
just
have
move
to-
Japan and open a 7-Eleven and rig the contest in your favor, forehead.
I mean, big brain. Like, dude, this is the 4th set of gold amiibo. Well, or trophy amiibo, I guess. Capcom released one for Mega Man 11, which was another raffle type deal. There was the previous Monster Hunter ones for some sort of Monster Hunter Stories contest. And then Nintendo did a Splatoon 2 Squid and the Octoling for trophies for the 2019 Splatoon Championship or whatever.
So yeah,
And nobody has ever said if those actually work.
if you're not travel banned to Japan like we are here, and you really like glizzies, then we've got a contest for you.
True.
Well,
In
not-
all actuality, I'm not really sure what you have to do at the 7-Eleven. I just kind of, you don't really have one without the other.
Probably need to live in Japan.
Yeah. And that's not the only prize you can win. There's like a bunch of stuff, so it's not even guaranteed that if you win, you're going to get that as a prize. Anyway, wait, you got something?
It's just weird watching all these companies go, let's partner with them. Like, because last year they had a contest for Animal Crossing.
How do we promote our product?
7
I got it. Glizzies.
Huge in Japan. Like I just want to know why it's so associated with all these giveaways.
7-Eleven's huge in Japan for
I know why.
whatever reason. They had Splatoon exclusive outfits.
That is true.
Heck yeah. Well, convenience stores are all the rage in Japan. So, anyway, moving on to the Collector's Corner. This is our weekly segment where we go around and talk about what we played this week and any pickups we had, if any. And also, we're going to debate about how you should store your games in a collection, because we've been talking about this amongst ourselves for some time now. And I've been grouped among the filth wrongly. I've been wrongly accused of storing my games improperly, but we'll get to that. Cameron, go first.
Okay, so this week I haven't bought anything because I kind of need to save my money. So instead, I've just been playing games. I played Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. I'm very close to having it 4-starred. I need to finish one more level, then I can 4-star the last world and be 100% done with the adventure mode. I've been playing some Pokemon, and I once again tried to get back into Hey Pikmin. It's not great.
What do you even do in Hey Pikmin? Give me the short of it.
Okay, so you know Chibi Robo Ziplash, right?
Yeah.
It's like that, but for Pikmin.
Sounds
The only
awful.
advantage is that you don't have to deal with the stupid, hey, you want to go level at a time? Let's have you spin a wheel.
So it's
It
Chibi
doesn't
Rubber
have that.
Ziplash minus the level wheel.
Essentially, like it's a platformer, but for Pikmin. I don't know what Nintendo's obsession.
Dude,
was
Nintendo
with
was
making
snorting
platformers.
platformer juice in the 2014, 2015 era. They were just snorting platformer juice.
3DS, you know what? Be good platformers. You guys saturated your own market.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. Is that it?
I think so. Other than the Splatfest,
Facts. Yeah, we played Spotfest.
and we're going to discuss the results of that in a little bit.
Okay, well, Mayo, hit me.
I can't hit you. I'm not right next to you.
Drive over and hit him.
Laugh track.
The next like 25 minutes of the podcast is just silence, and then after that you just hear Grant go like, "Wait, what? Ow!" 20 more minutes
Yeah,
of silence.
Right before that, you hear a very like faint door slam.
But anyway, I got two things that I'm mainly playing this week. I finally tried Hades. I finally got into it, and oh boy, is it the first roguelike to hook me like Isaac did.
Really? Is it that good?
It's so good, dude. The art is so good. I'm all about every Greek god being a thirst trap. I love it. The weapon system is really great. I love all the art style, and it's a really good roguelike. I think that I'm definitely hooked on it.
Well, on account of it being nominated for Game of the Year, I can see that.
Oh yeah, it is really well done. Like, I'm surprised at how much I like it. The other thing that I'm playing, actually, this was another Steam sale pickup that I didn't get around to until now, is Vampire, that vampire game. It's really cool. I knew about it sort of tangentially because the music from it is recommended as really good music for a D&D campaign, like a pre-built one that I'm playing through with my group right now. So I've stolen some music from it before, but the combat system is really weird. I definitely like it, but it's taken some getting used to. The game runs really beautifully, and then bonus points. The main character in the game is named Jonathan, and he spells it right.
He doesn't spell it Jonathan?
No, he spells it Jonatha fucking N, and it's awesome. And the rest of his name is cool too. I mean, he's a main character, so he's gonna have like a really cool sounding character name. But like Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's a really good character name, and he's a vampire. So, you know,
That's better than Mario
Dope.
Jumpman Mario.
that's better than that. or Rock Mega Man or whatever. But yeah, I'm very happy I can play a game for once where people call me by my like actual name, and it's spelled right in the subtitles. So
Now,
we
see,
take
here's the
those.
problem. If they did it the other way, they would have lost you, but they would have gained the people that are like the other way is spelled right.
Right, right. Well, but here's the other flip side for it. So you start the game. This, I guess, is a little bit of spoilers, but I think the game's kind of old. But you start the game, and you've been in like a shipwreck or something, and you've been bitten by a vampire, and you're seeing the world through a vampire's eyes, where you can see the blood that is going through a person's body. But you're like deafened by the explosion that caused the shipwreck or something, and you just see the silhouette of someone, and the character Jonathan is complaining that he's thirsty. So you go up to the person, and the only option is, of course, to murk them and drink their blood. And I before I finish this sentence, I want to say that Mary was watching me play through this for the first time last night. I bite the person, and apparently, not only is the person I killed named Mary as well, but it's also my in-game sister. So,
Oh,
so that joy of like, yes, it's a Jonathan and he sounds cool was immediately like, oh, I killed someone with my girlfriend's name. Oh, she's my sister.
Dude, you should have been like, oh yeah, she's named Mary. You should, you should have been like zealously excited about that.
Just replace the in-game line with, oh no, step bro, what are you doing?
oh, Chris.
Vampire bite. So on that note, that's what I've been playing
On the
this
list
week.
of things to follow that question, that's pretty low. Well, sick. Cooper.
All right. Like what I've been playing this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, this is episode 22 and you don't know what Collector's Corner is? You've been on every episode.
Wait.
You've been on every episode.
Okay. 3D All Stars. I made a list. 3D All Stars, Smash, Smite, Tycho, NES Online, Fire Emblem 1, Mario Kart 8, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, Splatoon, Among Us, and Faye.
Period.
Yeah, and I picked up Captain Toad and the DLC for $5.
Oh, right. Yeah, we gotta talk about that later. Well, okay. Long and short. Alex?
I beat Persona Q. It was very hard. Because of the final boss, I had to go level up like 15 levels from where I was at. Because I had tried to do it and I lost badly. And now I'm playing Q2 and the boss, and I'm fighting the third boss right now during the podcast.
Rate Persona Q.
Honest,
Like 1 to 10.
I had fun. Probably like a 7 or an 8,
Okay.
but like,
So not
Only
perfect.
if-
Not perfect, but pretty good.
yeah.
It's not the rating scale of, everyone else where a 7 is bad.
Yeah, I actually try to use everything. Instead of be like, oh yeah, the rating scale is 9 or 10. If it's below 9, you shouldn't play it. What?
Thank you guys. Very cool.
That just messes up the entire rest of the scale. What's the point of going to 10 then?
Well. Is that it?
Yeah, for this week.
Okay. Well, I beat Resident Evil 7. And that's good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. The ending was pretty spooky. I like that. Although the
Jeez.
very end felt like it was kind of happening very fast. I didn't quite get it. I think there was some story piece I must have missed out on or something.
Do you follow both paths?
Both paths.
I mean, like at the choice.
Oh, you mean between which girl?
Yeah.
Um,
Or have you looked up what
no,
happens
I only
down?
no, I probably should look that up. I did Mia.
Well,
I
yeah.
didn't do Zoe, so I'll
You'll.
need to look up Zoe.
Yeah. That's like realistically, that's the only choice you can make. It's like it's kind of false. The DLC picks up with the part of 7, like some other stuff
Okay.
with like Chris and Zoe and Jack.
All right then. Played a little bit of 3D All Stars. Played a little bit of Paper Mario, The Origami King. Played a little bit of Ocarina of Time just on a whim. I don't know why. And a lot more Black Ops Cold War. I'm already at like 60 hours or something. I didn't realize how much I've been playing of it.
Oh my gosh.
We've been playing. The problem is, so like old zombies, like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 zombies, it like doesn't last that long because you can only like it's pretty hard to go a long time. Like you can only pack a punch once and blah blah blah. But in this new one, you can pack a punch 3 times. You can upgrade your damage level on your gun up to 5 times. Plus, there's all these other perks, and you can upgrade your guns and classes and like equipment and stuff outside of the game. Like it's multiplayer. Like you level up and you upgrade stuff. So now we're at the point where we're like regularly hitting level 50, and every round after like 25 or 30 takes like 20 minutes to go through a round. So my buddies last night, so I played one round and then it crashed, and I was like, screw this, I'm going to bed. I need to go to bed anyway because it was like midnight.
Feel that?
My buddies kept playing. They started around like at midnight, and they were going till 5 a.m. and they made it to round 60.
Oh.
It took them 5 hours just to get 60 rounds because it just takes so long. So I'm kind of glad I didn't play with them last night because I was not trying to stay up till 5 in the morning. But yeah, it just lasts forever. So that's probably where a lot of my hours come from. But I've also been playing a lot of multiplayer, and I'm getting close to level 2 prestige, which is cool. And so yeah, now I'm gonna play the Resident Evil remake on GameCube, and then go from there with the other remakes. So now let's get into this debate here. So you fellow gamer listeners with collections and the like, how do you store your games? This is the question. Do you store them vertically or horizontally? And what I mean by that is, do you store your games with the game case laying down, like the spine is lengthwise, or do you store them up with the game case standing up so the long side is vertical? I'm not saying do you stack your games or do you, or I'm like basically do you stack your games or do you lay them out side to side like on a bookshelf? And I can't remember what brought this up between Cooper and I, but I mentioned it. And he, for example, stores like the Switch games that he has on his desk just in a flat stack, which I think is garbage because
You're garbage.
well, yes, but that's besides the point. Because say you want like the 4th game in the stack, you have to pull the game out without toppling the entire damn thing over. And then once you want to put it back, you have to lift up all the games that are on top of it to put it back in there.
Didn't you see the video I sent?
Yeah, where it didn't work.
You mean where it fell over? Look, just because it doesn't completely topple over doesn't mean that the game's looking like a deck of cards that you haven't shuffled yet doesn't like that's how that looked, dude. It did not look organized when you pulled that game out.
So, but then I got roped into doing the same thing because about 3 weeks ago or so, one of my shelves on my wall fell over and broke a bunch of things and knocked a bunch of things over. And that shelf was where I kept all my Switch games. So I was like, well, what am I going to do now? And I had like this old media shelf I was given that is too skinny to hold like DVD size cases, but Switch cases are skinny and small, so it was like perfect. It's more like CD holders, but they fit perfectly in there, and it holds them horizontally. And no one was getting my gist of this argument, so everyone grouped me in with Cooper. So now I look like a degen because I've got this horizontal storage game tag on my head, even though mine's in a shelf, and
They're so horizontal.
they're horizontal, yes, but when they're in a shelf that holds them separately, it's fine. It's not the fact that it's horizontal, like, all in itself. It's that it's horizontal and not in something that holds them individually. Like, I don't care if you store, like, because theoretically, I've been storing games partially horizontally for years. I've always kept my GameCube games in that stack of things, but it holds them individually, so I can pull a game out and put it in without having to move any other games around. And I can pull it like it doesn't mess with anything. But if you just like stack them together, Scott the Woz did it on one of his videos. He's like, if you store your games like this, what are you trying to do with your life? He said it himself. And Scott the Woz is a collector god. So please tell us in the comments, how do you store your games, and if you think storing games horizontally like that is BS or not. And if you say it right, then I will follow you on Twitter.
Me too. Horizontal is the way to go.
If you say horizontal, I'm going to find you and I'm going to come to your house with a big knife.
I think that's a threat.
I didn't say what I'm going to do. I just said I'm going to come over. I just want to talk
With
to
a big knife.
I just want to talk to him.
Specifically with a big knife.
Okay, rant over. Back to the show. Cooper, you have the floor for Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh, I have that.
Bro, okay. Cooper does not have the floor from Fire Emblem Heroes.
Every week.
Oh my gosh, I didn't make a thing for that.
Oh, bro, we're moving on. We'll circle back
look,
around.
I got it. You know what's happening this week in Fire Emblem? There's a new summoning banner. You can get a bunch of 5 stars and new outfits. The end.
Whoa. Yes, but whoa. There's also going to be a Tempest Trials tomorrow on Tuesday. All right, that's it. Now we're done. Thank you,
now
Kevin.
we shall stand back and look at our dumpster fire creation that we have made. Anyway, so like Cooper mentioned in the Collector's Corner segment previously, Walmart messed up on their Crafting Toad Treasure Tracker pricing, where they were selling the DLC digitally for $4.39, but it messed up, and if you bought it, you got the whole game plus all the DLC for $4.39. It is out of stock now. They finally found it and fixed it, so you can't get it anymore.
But it
was worth noting.
Fairly impressive.
I'm surprised it stayed that long.
I have not seen a deal that good since Three Houses in October 20th.
Yeah. Nintendo Super Nintendo World in Japan has been delayed opening. The area that Super Nintendo World is located in has been pushed under a state of emergency by the government there, so they are not allowed to open as of right now. So they have delayed their opening from February 4th and will not announce a new opening date until that state of emergency has lifted. So, I hope you didn't buy well, no, if you're in America, you can't go anyway.
You can't buy tickets, yeah. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you could buy them.
You could. I don't know how you're going to use them, but you
Maybe
could
pretty
buy them.
worthless.
Yeah, you could also jump out of your second story roof. I don't think you want to do that either.
I live on a 1-story house, so no, I can't. That's a little reductive of you, Gramp.
Get on your roof and then jump out.
Jump out of what? I'm already outside.
Jump out of the roof.
Out of the roof, yeah. Get on the roof.
That is what he's saying.
Get on the roof with a hammer and bust a hole in the roof. Get in the roof and then jump out of the roof. There. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 has added Sonic and old Puyo Puyo characters in the new update. I don't know, Cameron, have you played with them at all?
Okay, so I have done some. They're not relevant to the story at all. Well, okay, that's not completely true. They show up in the story. They're not characters in the story. That's about all I know about them. their old Puyo Puyo characters, which, guess what? I haven't played Puyo Puyo before, so I don't know who they are.
Well, all right then. Bethesda's working on a new Indiana Jones game. They have tweeted their teaser trailer on Twitter, and you can go check that out if you're interested at all. We don't really know much about that other than that, but they are working on a game now. Hogwarts Legacy has been delayed to 2022. I know the year like just started, but they already were like, no, we can't do it. So
Ain't gonna happen. Sorry, guys.
kind of sucks. I was actually a little hyped for that game.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Yeah, Mary's brother was really excited for it. He's a big Harry Potter dude.
That was teased, well, leaked like 5 years ago. Like, I've been waiting for. You know.
So the team at Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red, has released an apology/explanation video. You can go watch that now. They basically are like, "Hi, we're sorry. We know it's stupid. We know it's bad. We were on a timeline and we didn't do what we should have done. Blah 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 blah. A bunch of other
Crunch
stuff."
culture.
Yeah. So, but the main thing that they shared was their planned timeline for patches, fixes, and updates. And basically that there's going to be a couple major patches and fixes for, I assume, a lot of the bugs and Ulgen system problems within the next half year, sooner rather than later. And there will be a next-gen console update sometime this year, most likely later, probably late Q3 or Q4. They didn't give exact dates on anything. They just kind of laid out a timeline, but all that stuff is expected in 2021. So there will be fixes and everything, and there will be a next-gen update all this year, along with some free DLC. They are giving out free DLC later. Also, right now, I don't know if it'll be up by the time you're listening to this, but Best Buy did have Cyberpunk 2077 on sale for consoles for half off at $30. The game is good. Just don't play it on the base. If you have a base Xbox One or PlayStation 4, do not buy it. I don't recommend playing it really unless you have a Series X or a PS5. I got it for my PS5 and I've played maybe 3 or 4 hours of it. I haven't really had any issues. I know that the game is really big, so 3 or 4 hours really isn't a lot of time in the game. But if you're still looking to get it, now's the time, and you have the proper hardware to run it. Platinum Games wants to give an update on Bayonetta 3 later this year, which is the running joke, like we talked about before, of "It's going well. Thank you."
No, that's what they've always said.
Yeah, it's the running joke. It's going well. But they say they want to give an update, and I assume they mean something more than "it's going well." So hopefully either a trailer.
Maybe a real trailer.
Yeah,
Maybe
that'd be really cool.
Maybe
it's
just
going
concept
great.
art.
It's going great.
It's going bad. We've lied to you these past 3 years.
So yeah,
We're restarting development.
and
Please don't do that.
keyword is wants to give an update. We don't know anything about if they will or not, or when that would be, but they do
It's
want
going well, guys. Just come on.
Nah.
to. Bayonetta 3, it's going well. That should be like the subtitle.
Nintendo has a lot of faith in Platinum Games. I just wish they hadn't announced it to this early if they're just going to sit on it. Like, not sit on it, but they're working very hard, but they won't actually tell
Say
us
anything about
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the thing with Breath of the Wild, was even though they kept pushing it back, we did have, E3 showing trailers, and
We got horses to run with horse AI, and they won't run into trees because real horses don't run into trees. Aren't you impressed?
I really think Breath of the Wild would have come out a lot sooner if the Wii U wasn't such a dumpster fire.
no, like it was ready for launch.
Yeah, it was
in
ready a year
2016.
before.
Yeah,
Like they could have launched it in 2016, and they went, let's save it for the Switch. That will be a great launch title.
I mean, and they were right. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Um,
Which
Apex.
would be fine if they didn't remove the Wii U gamepad's functionality, because they were like, it can't beat out the Switch.
It's like, who's going to buy a Wii U for one game though?
I wanted inventory management. It's cool in Twilight Princess, and I believe it's in Wind Waker as well.
Well, the same thing as the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remakes on 3DS. Just being able to do the inventory stuff the same time while you're playing a game and not have to go through menus and stuff is just very nice. Apex Legends is supposedly coming to Nintendo Switch on February 2nd, along with a new season. It was found in some reveal videos for Season 8, but the non-US videos, it was like other countries, and then was then removed. So, but in those videos, when people watched them, it said February 2nd. So look to keep an eye out for that. We are certainly excited to see how Apex is going to run on the Switch, because Apex is pretty intensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Witcher 3 can run on the Switch, Apex should be able to, but it depends on how much work they actually put into porting it.
This is EA we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, we'll keep you guys up to speed on that, but that's what we know as of right now. So February 2nd is the goal. And our finishing topics, starting Nintendo eShop sale, the New Year's sale that Nintendo has every year, is still going on right now and will be up through Thursday the 21st at midnight. So hopefully you listen to this early and can catch that deal. They have a lot of good stuff that I saw. Not like incredible deals, but usually it's pretty hard to find deals on Nintendo games anywhere, so just the fact that there are deals is pretty nice. Deals on Clubhouse games, Immortal Phoenix Rising, Super Mario Maker 2, Yoshi's Crafted World, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Kirby Star Allies, Katamari Damacy Reroll, Splatoon 2, ARMS, blah blah blah. There's a ton of games. A lot of indie games too, but those are some of the bigger ones I named off. Terraria, Box Boy and Box Girl, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. A whole bunch of stuff. And again, they're not huge deals, usually about maybe 20 to 40%. But deals nonetheless. So if you're looking to get some games on Switch, you have until Thursday at midnight to do so. And finally, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl blah, blah, blah. I cannot talk. Paimon. Oh god, it's getting worse. I'm spiraling. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake rumors are making their rounds again. We've talked about this a couple times here on the show, and it's definitely something desired by not only us, but a lot of Pokemon fans out there. And now we're finally getting some stuff on that, at least rumors-wise. So a platform called Centro Pokemon, which is a Spanish Pokemon thing. I don't really know what to call them. They write they're like a Pokemon news outlet, kind of. They have claimed that, quote, according to sources close to the company, remakes of Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl, originally released in 2006 for the Nintendo DS, are in development for Nintendo Switch. So they didn't say planning to come out this year. They didn't say anything like that. They just said they are in development. But they are pretty much alluding to the fact that it will come out this year due to the 25th anniversary. Something else to point out, not only is it the 25th anniversary of Pokemon in general,
But it's also their 15th.
it is the 15th anniversary of the release of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So Central Pokemon has claimed stuff before, and it has been true. And everything does seem to kind of be lining up where it would work out now that the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC is out of the way and everything. And the only release so far is going to be Pokemon Snap, which is early in the year. So we'd assume this would be their holiday release like they usually have most years.
Yeah, it'll be that. If it is coming out this year, it'll be that week of the 14th or 15th or whatever that Friday is in the teens.
Yeah, like 2 weeks before Black Friday.
I guess might be the 12th this year, or the 19th, somewhere in there.
But yeah,
Personally, I'm really hoping that they're more they'll take more cues from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where the stuff from Platinum got added in, or Crystal got added in. So like Platinum would be added versus Ruby and Sapphire's remakes, where Emerald should have been added in, and they went, no.
No.
People
Because
don't want to
people use
play.
phones. That was their excuse, and I still hate it.
I am not as big on the Diamond and Pearl games as most people. I know that's a very popular gen. I'm just not as big onto it. So I will defer this question to you guys, but I want to ask you if there was one thing you would want to see changed, removed, added, etc. to a potential remake of Diamond and Pearl, what would it be? I know that's probably a deep, just something. Like, what's your number one thing you would want to see changed?
Can I go first with a stupid one and then say like the actual one?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want them to bring the underground back. It has so much potential.
That's not a stupid one. That's just an excellent one.
Well, I think it's if you're looking at it from their point of view, I think that is probably a low priority one due to how like inconsequential it was on the normal games. Besides, like it sort of being the roots of like the social aspect of the game that we see now.
Well, the underground was the only way to get Spirit Tomb.
Yeah, but like how many people did that?
Nobody. That's why like nobody has one today.
I've got one.
I got one, I think.
I've got everything through Gen 6.
Alright, what's your serious one?
I just hope that they do really well at like redoing the character art and having it transition into the new kind of 3D landscape that Pokemon's in now, because I think that 4 and 5, at least for me, or 4th and 5th gen, were like the peak of their like character design and their Pokemon design, and I really hope that they don't like make Professor Rowan look like shit or something.
I don't know if I have a lot of faith in them adapting it well, since they were like, Typhlosion. Yeah, because we can't do fire particles well, we're gonna turn off your back when you're not using attacks. Why? Why would you do this?
Hopefully they can make Darkrai look good. If they do that, I'm fine.
Infernape's head, it will no longer be on fire.
Bald Infernape.
Bald Infernape. Please don't do this. Please. Wait, no. Infernape has flames with the current model, right?
I don't know. I was just
I
making
think
jokes.
so. But also, their whole excuse for not bringing Pokemon into Sword and Shield was that they couldn't get the models to work with the new engine. So, yeah, this might be bad.
Yeah, as long as they don't have a major mess up like something like that, I will buy this. But like, I realize there's a lot of potential for this to be the worst remake just because of the stuff around Pokemon now. But I have faith. I've been waiting for this for like, I don't know, when did Oros come out? Like 2015? I've been waiting on this for past half a decade.
Alex,
just hope it's good.
Cooper, y'all got anything?
I have a question for y'all also. What would y'all think if it was just a Let's Go remake?
I don't think they're gonna do that with Gen 4. Gen 4, you gotta, if you're gonna do Let's Go, you gotta do like Pokemon Go did and go off the hype where Gen 1, if Gen 1's the highest point, you gotta go to Gen 2 next to try to get back into the Let's Go style. Like that, I mean, there's diminishing returns on that style, obviously, but the idea
I agree with that.
is you're not going to get as many people buying Gen 4 because, you know, you had to grow up at the time, at least, otherwise, why bother?
My first reaction would be visceral anger, because that means why they'd skip over Let's Go Johto. But my second reaction would be I would actually probably end up being pretty excited, because I really enjoyed Let's Go as a seasoned Pokemon player. I really did enjoy the crap out of Let's Go. So I wouldn't mind it. I don't want that over an actual remake, but if we were to get like both or whatever.
If the choice was they make it bad, like they kind of did with ORS, where like just because you have some good ideas doesn't mean you need to cheap out on the in-game stuff because you go, people have phones and we don't expect you guys to all go and do this thing. Like, why?
So yeah, those are the current rumors. 15th anniversary of this
Well,
game and 25th
I-
anniversary of this year. So who
I do
knows?
have my complaint. So the speed at which you move Gen 4, I want that fixed.
You want it
'Cause
faster?
I want it faster. I want battles to be faster. Like they just need to speed it up. Like it is so slow. Go back replay those games. It is slow
I
to
agree
get
with that.
across water.
What's the damn mountain in the middle of Sinnoh?
Coronet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could use some shortcuts.
Yeah, there's some redos of the story that I would also like. Probably
Oh.
the stuff that right before you go to the 7th gym, like involving the legendary Pokemon for the game. I think that should be moved. But then I also think that delay scenario of like, oh, all of these Psyducks have a headache and they're blocking the path. I feel like enough people have complained about that will be something they will change into something that's like not stupid.
Gym
Yeah.
4's, or at least Diamond and Pearl's biggest complaints were that it's like one of the longer ones, but there's these huge stretches where you're just traveling forever,
Yep.
and there's like no story, and you're not going to gyms because you can't get to them yet.
Yeah, there's just no reason
Like
to have
you've got story at the
that
beginning, and then this huge stretch where nothing happens, and then it picks back up and kind of crams everything together.
kind of like Kingdom Hearts
at the
3
end.
did.
No, I don't think that, because I don't know. There's just usually the gyms and the main story kind of alternate better, and this one,
Did not. Yeah, no. It's not great on the like there's a lot of fixes that Platinum did that they could implement, and they could obviously modernize a lot of the systems in there, and it would probably be fine. But it's whether or not they keep everything else that's in say Heart Gold Soul Silver, the improvements that game did upon its originals. That is what I want. I want them to put effort into this remake, not
What?
cheap out on some excuse.
And honestly, with the story thing, like you were saying, I don't want them to make it too packed all the time, where it feels like there's a lot
Bloated.
of hand holding. Not bloated necessarily, but just like because the way that story parts work in the Pokemon
True.
games
I don't want
makes it
Sun
stop
and Moon.
progress. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't want it to feel.
I don't need that, but I don't want it. Like, there's a balance. They've had that balance. Just, do that. Just
And
balance
honestly,
it.
if it was just Platinum but modernized, like the fixes from Platinum, but move it to the Switch and maybe make the distortion world or whatever it's called like cooler by using the gridless system and what the Switch can do for like navigating your player, I think I'd be happy with that if they just did that. But we'll see.
I would be interested in them using the style like Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra did, where it's like a full free roam.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I'd love to see Sinnoh like that. I don't know if they'll do that. That kind of feels like more effort than the current Pokemon company is willing to put into a game. But we'll see.
It'd be
Like-
cool if they let everybody go to Shaman's Island.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be cool.
In
And
Diamond and Pearl,
the-
you need a letter.
And the Arceus flute.
And then the event thing that I remember distinctly going to Toys R Us for to get Darkrai.
It is insane that I have all the Pokemon. Like they did not make it easy for kids to get those back in the day.
Yeah,
Now that
there was a
in-
series that I saw on YouTube where it's like Gen 4 is the hardest to complete
Mm-hmm.
by a long
I
shot.
believe
It's those events and Spiritomb that do it, but then it's also they were very stingy with the version exclusive stuff in Gen 4 from what I remember.
Manaphy is locked to wasn't it like an event
Oh.
in Pokemon Ranger that you had to do and then
Yeah.
transfer it? Like,
Yeah, but you can still do that. It's not locked for everybody. If you got a copy of Ranger, you could still do it.
Well, but it's cool, and it's really cool when they do that when the game first comes out. But
later on, I mean,
Yeah.
Don't forget Regigigas, where you had to bring up the 3 Reggies from.
I had so much fun doing that one.
dude, I Pal Park is a pain. Like, I do like that they've modernized it. I hate that it's $16 a year now, but it's cool that they modernized it.
That was the version where it was like you choose only 6 at a
You,
time.
you can only move 6 up a day, and you had to go catch them.
Yeah, you had to Safari Zone them, even though there was no penalty to it. It was like you have unlimited tries of doing this. You just have to walk around so we can spawn them the only way we know how to in the game programming.
Yes.
Yeah. Game Freak's like the worst developer.
Dude, they fixed it in Gen 5 though, but it was still only 6.
Oh,
Game
God.
Freak's like, we can make tons of money just because we are in charge of Pokemon. We don't have to try.
Dude, they tried with their other games, if you can call Town trying.
That sentence.
Isn't that worse?
Town is a lot worse, yes.
With like, we're the ones who are in charge of it, so even though we're doing a bad job, if you want the fix, you have to deal with our crap. That triggers me so much, dealing with Magic the Gathering.
That's why Temtem became a thing. Like, if Pokemon was better, Temtem would not have done as well as they did.
Yep.
Because it did. It's probably one of the better doing, like, for something that has an obvious basis. It's probably one of the better things. Like, shortly before Animal Crossing came out last year, there was an indie game that was obviously based on Animal Crossing. Nobody talks about it because Animal Crossing New Horizons did so well. Like, yeah, it's got a lot of shortcomings compared to some of the other games, but it's this, like, why would you buy an indie game when you've got something that's guaranteed to be good?
Mm-hmm.
But Pokemon, you're not given that guarantee.
Oh, well. To finish the show, we want to have a quick mention of the Splatfest results from this past weekend. We hope you played and enjoyed it, and we hope you're
maybe won one of the coins.
Yeah, if you're that good.
We were not.
But Mushroom won 2-1. Mushroom won all the game
battles.
All the battle, yeah, both normal and pro. But Star did outnumber Mushroom
2-1.
Yeah, over 2-1, which is about what we predicted. So that's why we went with Mushroom, because usually the trend is the bigger team has all the bad people in it, so they always lose.
Also they end up having to fight just their team forever.
Yeah.
And it was true.
Yeah, so that's usually our strategy. We pick the team that's less popular because that usually is more fruitful for us in the wins. So we went with Team Mushroom.
We got a 6 or 7 win streak?
We had a 7 win streak.
4 with Haley, or 5 with Haley.
And
it was nice.
We also won 2 10 times battles, which was nice.
We did really well.
It was a pretty good Splatfest overall. I had a good time. We had a record speed time of getting to the max rank by like 2 hours, which is unheard of.
An hour 40.
Yeah,
according to the recordings.
And it was really good. So we hope you played it and enjoyed it. Certainly did. Wasn't there supposed to be a second one this month? Did that just fall off the rack?
Maybe someone retweeted the original post of the holiday one from whenever they did that, and I thought it was supposed to be the, like, I can never tell what the dates. But I looked for it forever and I could not find it. So
guess not.
We all imagined it. We talked about it on the podcast.
We did talk about it on the podcast.
We were just making it up, obviously.
Yeah, sorry.
We just want more Splatfest. It's Splatoon's one of my favorite games on the Switch. I like having a reason to be able to pick up and play it. Because I just, don't when I've got a lot of other games to play.
Yeah, well, there's no specific reason. But yeah, that'll do it here for this week. Please tell us what you think of the Diamond and Pearl remake rumors in the comments on our YouTube channel. And let us know if you're going to get that Mario Switch. And anything else you want to let us know on the Weekly Cringe Talk. Thank you so much for listening. You can check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Follow us on Twitter at AllNightGamers, Nights with a K, because we couldn't get the actual one.
They haven't used that account in 5 years.
Share us with a friend.
Also,
I know that's probably going to be hard to do.
Also, don't forget to tell us if you store your games horizontally or vertically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make or break your career.
If you store them vertically or incorrect.
What?
Nailed it.
Reply digitally if you think that you haven't bought a hard copy game in a very long time and you're like me.
That's just sad.
Everybody get it.
It's like the meme where
It's a meme.
That's like a meme where there's like a guy walking and he's got like it's like a boobs guy, and then a couple of butt guys come up and start beating up on him, and then it cuts to a wall where there's a feet guy hiding behind a wall. That's Mayo, like horizontal, vertical, digital hiding behind the wall. And then it pans further into the wall, and there's a guy even more freaked out, like covered in sweat, and he's like the Google Stadia guy.
Streaming.
On
Yeah,
demand.
streaming. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you have a great week. It's inauguration week, so please stay safe. There's a lot of dangerous things going on right now. Wear a mask. Be safe with Corona. That's still happening too. So take care of yourself, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.